Hi guys, you are listening to the Cattle Strength podcast. If you enjoy this show, don't forget to give it a share. Right then, guys, new episode of the podcast. You ready now? Good job. We've been joined today by Mel, how do I pronounce the surname, Mel?
Rawsthorne.
Mel Rawsthorne, who's an elite female powerlifter from Wales. Mel currently holds the Welsh powerlifting Welsh record.
Yeah.
So world record then. Welsh record for powerlifting total over 84 category, right?
Yeah.
84 kilo category.
Yeah.
Also holds the record for the best deadlift in that category.
Yeah.
Just for numbers.
It's mad when you hear it.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know anything about powerlifting, it's 3 lifts: squat, bench press, deadlift, all with perfect form. And your score, basically, your total is the amount of weight that you can lift across those 3 modalities. So Mel is total, just to wrap your heads around this, guys, is 517 kilograms.
That's like a horse.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
So Mel,
literally, it's big enough. Yeah.
deadlift is 225 kilos. For those who don't know much about deadlifting, try and pick that up. Squat is 190 kilos.
That's clean off.
Bench press 102.5, right?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Clean off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my last comp. Those are the totals I got. Yeah, and deadlift's always been my favourite one.
Jesus Christ.
I don't get on that well with squat. Squat just feels like there's so much.
You got one.
Well, competition-wise, that's always the one that I've had least good lifting, because you've got like the commands you've got to listen to get a good lift, and depth in squat. Your hip has to be below the top of your knee, which is a lot deeper, especially when you've got the weight on your back. I'm like, my ass is on the floor. Why is this not a good lift?
And then with the bench and stuff, you've got to have a clear pause, and you've got to.
Yeah, you've got to wait. It's got to wait on your chest still before the judge says press, and then you press. So you can't like bang. It's totally still.
Which again, for people who are listening who are new to training, that makes it so much harder.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Because in that comp we did, we had a 10 rep max overhead press, a strict press, and you had to pause here, and that literally took like 5 kilos easily off my lift.
Because normally you bounce it, wouldn't you? Go down, bounce it straight back up. Yeah.
I come from a rugby environment, and we always just do like pre-season or mid-season we do get our testing done, and usually there'd be a 1 rep max bench in there, just and it's the bouncing that was happening. Including myself, I was like, bang, over the chest, just trying to get it bounced as high as you can.
It feels like it would break a rib or something.
No, but before we go into the training side of things and how you got started in the sport and everything else in between, we like to ask a question of the day for all our listeners.
Okay.
For all our guests, sorry, not listeners. It'll take us ages to get through 100,000 listeners. So for the guests of the day, the question of the day today, Mel, is, this is proper off the cuff, this one by the way. If you could be a functional character from any film or TV series for one day, who would you be and why?
Oh wow. What's a functional character?
Oh, it could be anything. So like, it could be like Harry Potter.
Right.
Or it could be like Spider-Man. Or...
Oh, is this a bit like if you were a superhero, what
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, it could be anyone. It doesn't have to be a superhero. It could be like Doris or Coronation Street if you wanted to. So, who would you be then? Well, away from that.
I think I'd be Katniss Everdeen off the Hunger Games.
Oh.
She's cool.
She's cool, but she's got like the world on her shoulders, isn't she? She's always a bit sad.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah,
but she's cool. And like she does cool things like fights and
Fights.
bow and arrow, cool stuff, like,
I think I'd be more like Sid the Sloth off the stage.
Class.
I feel like he has a lovely life, whether he's annoying people left and centre, he don't care. He's having a nice time.
That's a good one, I'll take that. Same as well. Sorry, back to the training. How did you find yourself in a powerlifting gym?
After uni, I kind of stopped doing anything. I found drinking, really. I had a lovely time, but didn't do any kind of exercise. Kind of dabbled with CrossFit a little bit, but went a few times, never really stuck with it. I went back to hockey for a little while.
Cool. Yeah.
So I do enjoy hockey, but I get that anxiety before a match of like, am I going to be the unfittest on the field? Am I going to be the reason they score a goal because I couldn't get back in time? And I was going to a gym in Cardiff, Coliseum Gym, and I was getting PT like once a week with one of the coaches there, Emily. And it was my birthday. I had the classic like, oh my god, I'm 34, I need to do something more because I'm getting lazier and lazier and more out of shape. So I messaged her and said, like, would you PT me like 3 or 4 times a week? I need to do something. And bless her, she was a legend. She was like, you don't need personal PT. You're confident in the gym now. Try a strength and conditioning class. Like, you'd be really good at that. So like, she gave me the confidence in the gym because I'd never been confident in the gym. Like, I never would have gone in on my own and like gone to a session. So she got my confidence up, and I went to one of the strength classes. And I think in my first strength class, one of the other coaches came over and was like, so it was a deadlift class. Oh. So he was like, so where did you train? Where have you been training? I was like, oh no, it's my first class. He's like, oh no, I know it's your first class here, but like, where were you training before you came here? And I'm like, no, like, I've not trained deadlifts before. And he's like, that is not normal. I think I was on like 130 or 40 or something. Just be really naive, like, is this good? Because like, if you don't know kilograms, you don't know what's heavy and what's not.
That's clean up.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and then I think it was like deadlift one day, you'd have like squat on a Wednesday, bench on a Tuesday, and as I went to those classes, my bench wasn't particularly strong. My squat was decent, but obviously my deadlift was the most apparent. And after a few weeks, that same coach actually was like, you should try competing, like you would be competitive. And I thought about it for a little while. When I almost wouldn't have done it, because when you compete, you have to wear a singlet, so which is like a Mr. Motivator lycra shorts and the things over it, and I was like, I don't want to get into that. Can you imagine if I hadn't done it just because I didn't want to wear lycra, which is mad.
It is,
So he kind of suggested that I join, there's different federations in powerlifting. So BDFPA, which is British Drug Free Powerlifting Association, was the one I went to first, which I think is a really nice introduction to powerlifting. It's kind of a bit more laid back. I think, you know, when I look back at my squats that I got in those competitions, I wouldn't get them in the IPF like I'm getting them now. So I went and competed and I loved it, absolutely loved it. Yeah, it was a really nice atmosphere, and obviously it helps when you're naturally a bit better at something. It helps you keep going back, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, you talked about like you were scared to play hockey because you had anxiety and stuff. To me personally, like any individual sport where you're just on your own on a platform, everyone looking at you, judges like putting their hand up to see if you've done a rep or not. That to me gives me anxiety thinking about it. How do you cope with that sign off?
Well, I think the fact I'm only letting like myself down, and I can deal with like letting myself. For me, it's the thought of letting other people down that gives me that kind of anxiety. Whereas if I don't get a lift, it's only me I'm affecting. But it also means like when you get your PB, it's all on you as well. There's a crazy sense of like accomplishment when you get like a personal best that I had never really known about or got before I got into powerlifting. Like that kind of buzz you get.
Shout out to your PT, by the way, Emily, is it?
Oh yeah.
Like, because she could have easily been like, sign up. Like,
exactly. Like that's why I think that I love the gym up there, Coliseum. Massive shout out to Coliseum as well. They are just amazing.
In Cardiff.
Yeah. And powerlifting as well gave me that gym community, which I'm sure like you guys and lots of people who go to the gym all the time have it, but I'd never had that before.
I think any performance gym, like whether it's CrossFit, weightlifting, powerlifting, these modalities, like they all have the same thing. Everyone's trying to get the best out of themselves.
Yeah.
When you train in the gym, nothing against bodybuilding, like I'm here for it, but when you train, everyone's just, it's a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. They train for performance, everyone's like on the same endeavour. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Like everyone's just buzzing for everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you get excited for other people, you're not competing against them.
Yeah, like it's great here, like whenever we have like PB week or whatever, it's great because everyone gets around each other, cheers each other on.
Yeah.
Like, it's really nice. Yeah.
So, fast forward, how long did it take you to break the Welsh record?
So I think I did 3 competitions with the BDFPA, and then when you have a look at like how you want to progress them, the IPF is the biggest drug tested federation in Britain. So I did my first competition with them in October, and I got the Welsh deadlift record. So the Welsh deadlift record had been 200 kilograms for quite a while. I don't know how long.
I did 25 kilos onto it.
The first one was 20 kilograms. So in October I did 220. I was kind of new to the competition. I didn't really know how it worked, so I finished. Had a great day, loved it. But it was really nerve-wracking because they do it so well. So you get on the stage and you've got the lights because they've got the media, they've got live stream, they've got everything going on. And it was my first competition where the standards for the lifts were a bit different. So I didn't get my first squat. So I was like, oh my God, what have I done here? Like I've come to Big Boy League and I'm not ready yet. But I got my second squat, thankfully. And I was about to leave and they were like, are you leaving? I was like, yeah, there's a presentation. I was like, oh yeah, I'll stay for the presentation. And then I got the best lifter. Because as well as the weight categories, you get, there's like a good lift points. So it uses your body weight and what you lift to give a calculation so you can compare against all weight categories.
Yeah.
So I got the best female lifter then as well.
That's fast.
I know, it was wicked.
Weight categories and like strength to weight ratios make a huge difference there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it does.
One thing that blew, like, I'm not massively educated on powerlifting. I really enjoy it. I followed it for years, but I didn't actually realise that the heaviest category for females was 84 kilos plus. Am I right there?
Yeah, 84.
That's light.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, maybe I'm biased, but that feels light to me. It's like 13, just over 13 stone. So when you think about it's like a strength sport, there's going to be a lot of muscle in that mass.
Loads of women are way over that. Like in terms of like, let's just say you had a 120 kilo female athlete who, like, you'd expect that person pound for pound to be lifting more than the 84 kilo.
Yeah.
If like everything else stays the same, it's
I do get that you have to have the plus category because otherwise you'd be competing like against nobody.
Of course.
But it does feel like there would be enough women to have another weight category over 84 plus.
I would think so from an outside perspective, 100%.
Yeah, because like if I want, obviously the more you cut, not necessarily always, but if I cut to go down a weight category, I might be more competitive. But at the moment, it's just that'd be a hell of a cut for me.
But that was a cool accolade for you to win that best lifter, because that takes into account how much you weigh compared to other lifters.
Yeah, I think someone there commented it's nice to see like an 84 plus get it because it's normally, it's not normally the 84 pluses that get that kind of best lifter.
So you can squat over double your body weight?
No, I'm not 84. I'm over 84 kilograms.
Oh yeah,
but, yeah.
Sorry.
I can deadlift over double my body weight.
Damn.
It would be good to get squat over my body weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a goal.
Good. And you've only been doing it for how many years?
So I started training 2 years ago, and my first competition then with the IPF was October.
You're one of those really annoying people.
Yeah, literally.
In so many ways.
Wow, no, that's really impressive. What's your what would you say your goals are now then for the next 2 years? Because you've accomplished so much in the first 2 years. Have you got your eyes set on anything for the next 2 years?
Yeah, so the last competition I did was Welsh champs, so I won my category in Welsh champs. So that means I qualify for the British competition now.
When's that?
Which is December. Which is great because up until now I did a competition in October, and then I did my first kind of representing Wales competition in December. So I did all nations, so England, Ireland, Scotland, all of them, in Glasgow we were at. But that was only about 5 weeks after that first competition. Then I did small nations, so in Luxembourg, first international comp. Bombed it. It did not go well, but you know, that was only about 8 weeks after that competition, and then Welsh champs was May, so again like another 8 weeks between comps. And generally they say once you get to a certain level you should do maybe one competition a year, probably 2 max. So up until now I've kind of had a coach and peaked rather than building on any strength. So now I get to like build on strength.
Yeah.
So what's like a typical week for you in the gym? Like what's your training?
So I have been doing 4 days a week, but I'm also really keen not to make it a chore because I love it so much. The last thing I want to do is take it so seriously that I start hating it.
Yeah.
So I've dropped down to 3 days a week at the moment. So I do Monday's bench, but like a secondary bench day, so more reps, not particularly heavy. Second day, is deadlift day and secondary squat day, which kills me. It takes me like two and a bit hours to do that session. Midweek I find that quite tough.
Yeah.
But it's a good job I love deadlifts, so. And then the third day is primary squat and primary bench. And then I do a little bit of deadlift as well, so another SBD day.
Yeah.
Normally on the weekend then as well. So not like 3 days a week isn't mad. It might ramp up then as we go towards the comp.
Yeah.
things like with powerlifting and you're lifting those big weights, like it takes a toll on your central nervous system, doesn't it?
But deadlifts especially. I wasn't that educated about it before, but now it feels like you've got this battery inside you that's absolutely dead the next day. It's not like I've got lactic acid or any kind of build up in the muscles. I just feel like I've got no energy
It's
for
just central
anything.
nervous system is just fried.
Yeah. So like me and my coach are working on at the moment how to train deadlifts, because it doesn't seem like I rep very well to like volume with deadlifts. So even like 3 reps at high levels, I'm pretty knackered.
It's cardio, isn't it? Anything over 3.
I think it
Tell
is.
your coach, like, no more reps over 3. What's your coach's name?
Ethan.
No cardio, please, Ethan.
Yeah, we need to put 7 reps in there and everything's wild, especially in this heat. Grim.
Yeah, squats the same though. Like anything over 5, I'm like, what is this? Who's programmed it?
I know.
What it's got to be said though, like obviously powerlifting worldwide, there's a lot of non-tested federations.
Yeah.
With the way they train, it's going to be completely different to the way a tested athlete will train. So like recovery days, for example, like if like you need your recovery days, like you're not going to be recovering as fast, and you're not going to be.
No, and it's like a science as well. Like, and as only recently I've tried to stick to the same training days, whereas before, like if I had 3 days, I'd do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That doesn't really work anymore. The weights have got a bit heavier and I'm getting close to my max, so you've got to like plan in when you're doing it. The good thing is it means I drink slightly less, because at least one day of the weekend I can't drink, so I've got to do a session the next day.
How long have you been working with your coach for?
I've been with Ethan since March.
Class base shift.
Oh, I'm chuffed. He's been fab as well.
Yeah.
He's like, some people have a knack for something. I often find he picks up on things that I don't necessarily tell him about, or he knows my lifts better than me. He'll be like, that didn't move very well. We'll have to change something. I was like, I didn't tell you it didn't move very well. So he's just really good at picking up on what potentially isn't working. Because I don't know much about it. I still feel like pretty out of my depth with it all, and like what you need to do.
I think that naivety that you got is a bit of a super strength for you, though, like superpower for you though. Like when you walked into that gym and lifted that 140 kilo deadlift, if someone had told you that was 140 kilos, you probably would have been like, oh fuck.
I think that's a really good point though. Like when you get heavy weights, you can overthink it, can't
Absolutely.
you? And you can make it feel 10 times heavier.
Yeah.
So I'm quite lucky that I can literally, my mind can be like a tumbleweed. I can make not a lot happen up there. So when I go to lift, I just think less.
So now you're a bit more experienced, etc. Like, what's your pre-lift ritual? So you walk up to that platform. Will you pick like a weight that you know you can lift for that first attempt, or will you back yourself?
Yeah, especially in this last comp, I opened much lighter than I have in other comps, which seems to make a lot of difference actually. It's made quite a lot of sense when I think about it. You're not
build confidence.
Yeah, especially squat being the first one, and it's the one I'm least confident with. I was doing my warm-ups, and my last warm-up, Ethan was like, how'd that move? And I was like, it's okay. He's like, you confident? I was like, yeah. And he left, and he came back, and I was like, you dropped my opener, didn't you? And he's like, yeah. So that's the kind of thing, like, I didn't have to say anything.
That's brilliant.
Dropped it, went out, absolutely smashed that first lift, and then...
You just gives you that boost.
Yeah. And I guess you don't waste any energy as well. Same with bench. I went out, and then I think I went 10 up from my opener to my second lift. Just to get that confidence in.
I can imagine missing your first lift can play like a mental toll on your confidence going into the second one.
Yeah. Squats just feel like the hardest one for me, because depth is such a thing. Because if you go too far, you lose all the tension, you're not going to get back up. You don't go deep enough. You get all those, so there's 3 judges and they each have a flag. So if you get one red flag, the judges can review it and overturn it. Okay. So even if you get 2 good lifts and 1 red one, they can overturn it. So ideally you just want everyone to be white with the flags. But yeah, that confidence boost, I think I'll definitely go out with lifting lighter on the openers.
You'll squat with the monolift then, wouldn't you? You wouldn't walk it out. Is that right? Like, would it be a conventional squat rack, or is it?
Yeah, it's a conventional squat rack, so you lift it and then you walk back a couple of steps, and then you...
They don't use the monolift, no?
No, is that the thing that swings back? No, they don't use those.
Is that, I thought they didn't with the...
No, none of the comps that I've been in.
Yeah.
They might do with equipped powerlifting. Equipped powerlifting might be different.
Yeah.
So that's where you can have the wraps and
because it's like single ply and double ply and all that.
Yeah, so I'm doing unequipped at the moment, so... you got like knee sleeves that'll help you a little bit, but it's not really.
To me, that's a much better test of strength, like a show of strength then. Because I think the equipped will help you to a certain point, isn't it?
I think it's just a completely different technique, isn't it? Like it's a different sport.
Yeah.
You're training completely differently.
But it's much more of a flex, in my opinion, when you've got, you haven't got like a thing that's going to help you to lift it.
Wow.
I'm
going to say yeah. Sorry to the equipment.
So what did you tell yourself before lifting on the squat? You're walking up to the squat rack. What did you tell yourself?
I really try and think less. You just go out there. I'm a bit weird as well. I don't generally listen to music or anything.
I was going to say, you're allowed to listen to music.
Yeah, you are allowed to listen to music beforehand.
Yeah.
I don't normally listen to it. I just like the people watching and stuff.
People watching?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at
them. What's lush about the last few comps that I've been to as well is like all of the people that have been there to support, like powerlifting competitions. They're not exactly the most riveting to watch. But the last competition I went to, I knew that like my family would be there, so like my mum, my dad, my brother, and all my nieces and nephews and my sister. But there were a load of friends that came that I had no idea that were coming, so I walked out onto the platform and I looked up and they were all there. And I was like, it's like, don't cry, this isn't helpful. But yeah, you haven't got much time to think. Once you get out onto the platform, you're there, you've got the weight on your back, you're waiting for them to say, go. So you're just trying to focus on getting the commands right.
God.
And then how long would you have in between so what's first? Squats first?
Yeah, squats, you have 3 attempts on each lift, and you can't drop your weight. So whatever weight I attempted, if I didn't get that, all I can do for the next lift is try it again or go up. Yeah. And you generally have a minute for each lift, so when they say the bar's loaded, you've got a minute to get your first command on each of your lifts.
Yeah.
So generally in between lifts maybe 8 or 9 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
But it depends if it's a small flight, like they just did Wheels recently, and I think there was only 6 people in a flight, so they would have maybe 5 minutes in between each one, and they're like all the class athletes and the weight they're lifting is mad. But I think that was for the spectators almost, because if you think about if there's 6 of them, then maybe that's 15 minutes of watching. If you're not into powerlifting, 15 minutes is not that long to watch something, to get into it, to get a drop of enthusiasm. Yeah.
Is there anything that when you first got into the sport, like that you did like completely wrong, that you think, oh, why did I do that, and you've completely changed now?
Yeah, when I watch my deadlifts back, my legs are almost like sumo stance. My arms are out here as well. So when I watch my deadlifts back, I'm like, I'm not sure what was happening there, but I had no idea. Yeah. Still got 200 kilograms. So
Are you allowed to lift sumo?
Yeah, you're allowed sumo.
Too many then?
Yes, I think especially the lighter weight classes, the majority of the records are held with sumo. As you get to the heavier weight classes, they're more likely to do conventional.
Yeah.
I did have a dabble with conventional after the last comp, but no, sumo, sorry. But I think as deadlifts just going to you've got good numbers, it felt like I'd be going backwards to try and get that to work.
Some people like I listen to Mark Bell's podcast quite a lot. He's from powerlifting background, and he just seems to think it's cheating. Like if you see that's cheating.
It's allowed, it's not cheating, is it?
But like deadlifting is like it's a test of strength, isn't it? It's a simple movement. Like when you look at a clean and jerk or a snatch, they're so technical.
They are.
And like minor discrepancies in a lift can like change if you're going to get it or not.
Yeah.
Deadlift is simple. You just pick that weight up from the floor.
Yeah.
It's the most simple movement you can do.
It is, yeah.
And it's a great test of strength, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think.
It is. And it's a great one to push yourself because there's no risk if you fail. Like some people are worried about failing squats because
you can get crushed.
You can get crushed, yeah. But deadlift, if you fail, you just let go. So it's fine. Yeah.
It's the ultimate, in my opinion, the ultimate test of strength. Like I think, the world's strongest man and stuff.
I love watching that.
Oh, they're crazy.
It's insane, isn't it? Yeah.
It is mad.
Yeah.
Especially once you get into like a little bit of strength and you know how much all of it.
You know what it means.
Yeah.
That's why I said at the start, like if you don't know what a 225 kilo deadlift is and you're a female listener to the podcast, try it. just to see how heavy it is.
It's like 34 stones, something like that, I think. Yeah. But now every time I see my nieces and nephews, that's what I have to do, actually deadlift them. So it's going to get more and more awkward as they get older.
I bet that's such a flex. You got these. I said flex so many times in this podcast as well. Like these young lifters starting off in the gym, like I was one of them. you think you're strong and you bench 100 kilos for the first time, and like it's a huge thing. But then you've got someone like you've deadlifted 225, and you're like, oh, okay, there's like it's humbling, isn't it? But, yeah, that's really impressive.
I went to my niece's sports day the other day, and I think she's 9. Sorry if you're not. But I was walking through with my sister, and the teacher was like, "Oh, are you Mel?" I was like, "Yeah." Like I'd never been to the school before. And she was like, "Oh, we've all seen your videos." I was like, "What do you mean?" So Annabelle had sent videos of me deadlifting around the. You know, you're like, "That's so cute." She's like, "They're so proud of you." I was like, "It feels mad because it's like you said, it's just picking a thing up."
And it's awesome because she'll look up to you. You know what I mean? It must feel like
for now.
But no, it's sad. Yeah,
it's really cute.
Yeah, you know, like the opposite would be true if you know, if she didn't have that person to look up to, and like you just played Xbox all the day and things like that. Like, she don't have that. Like she knows what a gym is. She knows what lifting is. What advice would you give like young girls who are like thinking about starting weight training but nervous to start?
Oh, like I could not recommend it enough. And it's, everyone says it once you get into a gym community, but do not be scared. Everyone is just there to like encourage you, be really supportive. It is one of the best things I ever did. It's so empowering, feels like a really dramatic word, but it is empowering.
Yeah, absolutely.
It gives you a sense of strength, and it's you're doing it all. Like you're getting your PBs, you're getting better for yourself. It's just incredible. And I think especially for women, being strong isn't generally something that didn't used to be. I think it is more now, but you're not generally encouraged to be strong. It's not celebrated in the same way as it is as a man. Because I think it's almost interesting. I got to 34 years old before I realised quite how strong I was. I'm not sure that you'd have
a man
an elite.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
definitely not.
No,
because there's a big taboo around. Still, nowhere near as much as it used to be, say 20 years ago. But there's still a big taboo around weight training for women, and women are scared they're going to get bulky and they're going to turn into the Hulk going out
If it was that easy, it'd be
I'd
take it.
I know. But there is such a big taboo, isn't it? And, you know, people like yourself and some these people on social media shedding a light on what it's actually like, I think is doing a world of good.
My sister-in-law started like a 6-week strength course, and she rang me one night and I was like, "You okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I just didn't know who else to call." I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" She's like, "I just got a PB on deadlift." She's like, I know how you feel. And she got 100 kgs, which is incredible.
Yeah.
We were chatting, she's like, "I get it now, I get that feeling, I get why it's such a buzz."
We have it here, like that 100 kilo mark is a big,
it's huge.
It's huge, like we've got girls here, like they hit 100, like we've got a bell, they ring the bell and a PB bell. It's
such a good feeling. And powerlifting for me, I'd never found anything that I've loved in the same way. Like I've tried hockey and I'd do it and I'd stick at it for a while, but I'd always have to make myself go most of the time. I'd go because I felt like I had to, or I'd join the gym because I was trying to lose weight. Whereas with powerlifting, I like rearrange my schedule now to make sure that I can get my sessions in. And I've never been in that place
I think
before.
that's really important as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think if you've not had that, it's really hard to understand, because before it, I'd have friends who'd be like, "Oh, I can't meet you until 8:30, I'll get my session done." And I'm like, well, obviously socialising would be more fun in the gym. I didn't understand it, but now I'm like, I get it. When you love something, when you do something that you enjoy rather than you feel like you're doing it for another reason, it's incredible.
Would you have any bad days where you don't want to train? Or are they few and far between?
They're few and far between, and it's, for me, I've just got such a mental barrier with cardio. It just feels like I enjoy it afterwards and I enjoy getting fitter, but I don't generally enjoy the doing it.
Well, you've been doing 3+ reps.
I did dabble with high rocks, actually.
That's such a polar opposite.
Yeah, it showed. I only did the relay. It was grim.
It's just fun though, isn't it? It's supposed to be fun and it's a participation sport.
Yeah, it was great, The high rocks was amazing. We went out to Malaga.
Oh, nice.
I think that's what we'll be in.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to do in London? I'm like, no, we go to Malaga. Oh, I can frolic it.
Sounds like the confidence that you built for yourself through powerlifting and lifting weights kind of gives you that confidence that, fuck it, I'm going to try high rocks.
Absolutely. Yeah, you just lose self-confidence because you go to the gym, you get settled in, and And even if I don't feel like going for lifting, I'll go and I'll know that there'll be a load of people there that I'll chat to and say hi to.
Yeah.
And especially with working from home, that was one of the reasons I wanted to get to the gym as well. Working from home 100% of the time, just dull.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. My stories were getting duller and duller. Apart from home, I'm like, see, next door's got scaffolding. Jesus Christ. Get out. So I started going to the gym because of that as well.
Next door's got scaffolding.
You should have seen the size of the pigeon in the back. Not okay.
God, yeah, no, it's so important, isn't it? I think I was actually talking about this today. This is me and my friend were working out, because we were talking about how exercise helps with mental health, what we were talking about. And I did this my little equation, and I was like, right, I personally think that 50% of why I train is for my mental health, for me, because I just get really stressed and aggy if I don't train. And the next, say, 30% then is probably to get fit and strong and be healthier.
Yeah.
And then the next 20 then is probably or 10, less is how I look. I don't really care anything. It's all about your mental health and get strong and fit.
Yeah.
And then there's a little tiny bit then well, nice to have guns.
I think powerlifting as well, for the first time, when I look at my figure, I don't think, I want to lose weight to look better. I'm thinking, I've got Welsh records. I'm seeing your body for what it can do rather than how it looks.
How can I add 5 kilos to my squat?
Yeah. Which I know, you don't want to be overweight, but it's much healthier to see your body for what it can do. And then you've got such a positive kind of association with going to the gym then, because it's about achieving something rather than changing yourself because you don't like how you are at the moment.
Yeah, I know, of course.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Have you ever experienced any any negative comments and like that as being a female athlete in strength, or is it all positive?
Mostly positive.
Yeah.
People are generally I would say I'm overwhelmed with how positive people are. You do get a lot of the mass moves, mass comments, and you think on social media and stuff, and you just think, if you go and look at the heavier men, they do not get those comments. I know it's true to a point, absolutely. But when they're saying that, they're not saying mass moves fat, they're saying you're fat and I don't care what you can lift.
It's the same with me, I get comments about, of course you can do a pull-up because you're light.
Why are people so ready to be horrible? It's an achievement.
Yeah, exactly.
Just celebrate what people can do.
I bet if you clicked on that person's Instagram, let's say it's a man, and let's just call him Kevin.
Yeah.
I bet if you looked at Kevin's profile, he's probably never been to the gym. His profile picture is probably a cat.
Exactly.
And a kid in the back.
Yeah.
So.
You've got to, you've just got to let it run. People who say stuff like that are not with women.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Because we've got a client base of 75% women.
Yeah.
And people get comments, so they'll speak to me and say, someone said this about my arms, someone gave a negative comment because her arms are too big. I'm like, fuck him. He's just jealous because he's got noodle arms. Yeah. So obviously you then at the top of your sport, at an elite level, it's expected, isn't it? I imagine.
Yeah. And sometimes men don't like it when you're stronger than them.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
So every now and again I enjoy humbling a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a cute PB.
The girls are training, we've got four female coaches, and they're all very, very strong. And obviously the men that come in then, they get, it's quite humbling, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you can see oh fuck, okay.
You also get, it's not just men, I think women, and especially older women, I think because of what they were brought up thinking, they don't like it.
Yeah.
They'll watch something like, you look a bit manly doing that, don't you? Do you not worry about that? I'm like, lifted 225 kilograms. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool. Yeah.
I remember my granddad was so old school. I remember when we were young, my sister would, I think she went to uni, and most of the girls, they put on a few pounds in uni, they drink, blabs. She wasn't overweight, but she came back and you could tell she's gained a few pounds. And my granddad said to her, you look strong, Dana. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? He's associating looking strong. It didn't make any sense. That kind of stuck with me. It really upset my sister at the time. But
my uncle one of my uncles once told me I'd wintered well.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Isn't that when cattle keep all their fat?
Yeah. That's such a farmer thing. Yeah.
I was wow. Nice to see you too.
But it's coming from these people, they have no experience or idea or It's just like kind of sheltered, I suppose, isn't it? Sorry for your uncle, like to say sheltered, like very sheltered, isn't it? Like my granddad was definitely sheltered, and yeah, there's no comparison with real life, isn't there?
But sorry.
I was going to say, like, talking on the topic of like food and stuff, like, do you, nutrition-wise,
I've only just started looking.
Okay.
So my poor nutritionist has like his work cut out. So
It's
I
quite
think
scary to know that you're there already without even looking at too much gym. So good
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
well, yeah, I wanted to see what it could do as well. But yeah, so I've been doing it for about 3 weeks. But I didn't do anything before. I didn't calorie count. I drink far too much, mainly alcohol. So in the like the form you fill in before you have the conversation, it goes through like how much do you drink a week. I think I put down 20 units, and I was thinking, oh God, that's quite a lot. But I told my partner, and he was like, what are you lying for? What do you mean? He was like, you easily drink more than 20 units every week. I was like, do I? He's like, yes. Crap, that's probably why. And he's like, how many takeaways do you have? I was like, 2 or 3. And he's like, so for those things, are you willing to cut? I'm like, baby steps. Let's yeah. But I'm really positive that it's going to help. Like, he's been really good so far, and just making me more aware of what I'm eating, making better choices, giving me options. Because it's not that I'm not enjoying all the healthy food. I think I was just really uneducated before.
Yeah.
And a bit lazy to look it up myself. So he's been great. So I'm hoping that that's really going to help them.
Were you conscious of like your protein intake or anything like that before? And no, because like that's huge, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're not. Yeah. We're going to eat baby steps. He's taking me on that journey.
Yeah.
So yeah, introducing a bit more kind of high protein snacks, adding it into the meals and stuff.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm hoping that as we progress on that, I'll be much more conscious, making sure that I'm hitting the goals and eating all the right stuff. Maybe drinking less than 20 units a week.
Maybe.
What
about supplementation?
Creatine made a big difference for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I'm taking at the moment.
So at what stage did you start taking creatine?
Probably just before my first IPF comp, I think. So August last year, maybe. Yeah, because you hear some people say that you get awful stomach cramps with it and stuff like that, but I didn't get any of that. Just
there's loads of stuff that gets said, isn't there? Like, I remember I didn't want to take it because it would say you bloated all the time, or you know, all of that. Yeah, no. But
and you take it?
Yeah.
We done all that kind of stuff. I blows my mind, to be honest, that you competed 3 times in powerlifting and they hit those numbers without it, to be honest. Like, it's pretty much like non-negotiable. For any strength sport, I would recommend.
I think I was just so new to it all. And a little bit taken away. Like, I'm sure everyone does it, but I do a little bit of, well, if I can do it, it's not that hard. Like, you downplay everything, so I didn't really know. I think it's only recently I've kind of twigged that actually I'm putting in the work, and I'm seeing.
I think it's amazing though how you've got to where you've got by just you know what I mean? Like,
that's cool.
It's clean enough.
And then do you place a big priority on sleep, or?
Oh, I love sleep.
That's why she's strong. I knew this.
I am a very good sleeper. 8 hours, easy. Yeah, no, I sleep really well.
That's a big part.
That is huge.
Yeah, I've got my eye mask with my audiobook on.
What audiobook listen to at the minute?
Oh, a Brandon Saunders one. It's like a sci-fi kind of one.
Cool.
I can't remember the name of it. I'm not a massive fan of it, but I started and I have to finish.
It's nothing worse. I had a massive book on holiday. It was like 500 pages.
What was that?
It was Ultra Processed People. It was actually a really good book, but I got halfway through and I kind of got the gist of the whole book then.
Oh, okay. Do you read to like better yourself?
I just read about things I'm interested in.
Nice.
So I wouldn't call it bettering myself in a cliche way like that.
No, sorry.
No.
I meant it was like
no, you know what I mean? Like,
I read like children's books.
You know, the self-help people, like,
Yeah.
You know, you get these people. I follow some of them online. They'll read about how to become ultra successful, and then they'll post a picture on their book and be like, book 1 out of 50 done. And they're like, fuck off.
I think it's really admirable. I wish I could do it. I'm super sloth. I've got the attention span of a dandelion, you know.
I should have interested in. I got a book now about a Holocaust survivor, and he wrote a book on like his experience. So that's quite like deep. And then I've also got a book on like how to communicate better with people, because I want to try and communicate better with people. It's very broad. I couldn't read fiction, but I think I get bored of fiction.
Oh yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah, I'm definitely a factual person over fiction.
Are you?
Yeah. Like, Heather loves Harry Potter, but I find it really hard to watch it because it's fiction.
It's not real.
Yeah.
You can't
You know
relate
what I
to it.
I can find that hard, and he finds it hard to understand. He's
So
like,
did you want to be again? Was it the first
oh, I
question?
know.
Who's you gonna be?
I knew you were going to say
Who's you gonna
that.
be?
Cut this out with you.
But she doesn't have like technically any superpowers. Like you could
Exactly,
be.
you could
It's
be like
relatable.
her. You know, it could happen.
Yeah. You're never going to be Harry Potter, yeah.
No.
Who would you be?
Oh, good question. You caught me off guard now. Oh.
Just getting you back from the start of the
Yeah.
interview.
You caught me off guard. What would I be? I really like Batman. I'd be Batman. If I could be him, like,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what happened. Like, you should know him.
Yeah.
You just need to get a shit ton of money.
Become a zillionaire.
Yeah.
Buy up with him.
Nailed it.
What was I going to say? What's your favourite cheat meal?
All of my meals are cheat meals. That's the problem I've had. This is why I've bulked my way into the super heavy weights. Yeah, I wouldn't know because I haven't not been cheating so far. I love any kind of spicy food, Thai, Korean,
No, not for me.
and because I live in the middle of Cardiff, it's just delivery. You get everything.
I'm taking. This podcast will be released after the day anyway, so I'm taking my wife for her birthday to Cardiff next weekend. Where should I take her?
Oh, what are you going to do in Cardiff?
Just go shopping.
Flash, okay.
I keep asking her, what do you want for your birthday? She's like, I just want to go shopping, to be honest. I need to buy clothes, so that's literally what we're doing.
Okay. And what, like out for food or something?
Yeah, but we're staying the night.
Where are you staying, in the Bay or the Centre?
Centre.
Centre. There's a couple of really nice steak places, but they might be...
She won't go there.
Okay, what kind of food does she like?
She likes Italian, and she likes Thai.
Thai. There's the Ivy Asia,
Oh,
which is
that's
really
right.
cool.
Yeah.
I've heard that's nice.
And it's lush inside,
Yeah.
so if you like taking the selfies for the social media.
That's the main reason I go for food.
I thought so. No, it is, even if you don't take the photos, it's nice in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ivy Asia is Mel's recommendation, so if Katie's not impressed, Mel, you can go again.
Sorry, Katie.
Now, so what was I going to say? Have you got like a favourite quote or mantra that you live by?
Other than just do it, like get out of your own way, stop thinking about it. It's better to like just fail at something than never even try at it,
Yeah.
because it just makes life fuller. No one cares. No one cares if you, you know, go to the gym and you're not as fit as you think you are, or you don't get the lift that you think you might. Like, nobody cares as much as you care, so just do it.
Yeah.
It's made my life so much richer. Well, now powerlifting is 8% of my personality, so my friends and family are absolutely sick of it. It's not going away anytime soon.
Well, we've really enjoyed this conversation, and you're a mega inspiration to not only female lifters getting into the sport, but anyone getting into the sport, and you know, really putting powerlifting on the map. So
Thank you for having me. It's been nice.
where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram, but I am like a nana on Instagram. Literally, I'm trying to post a story, putting an at in there. I was like, why isn't it tagging someone? It's you're not doing.
You're gonna post the at.
You're doing a post, not a story. I'm like, oh god, this is embarrassing. Yeah. So if you want to see really rubbish angles of deadlifts, then it's Instagram.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Al. Thank you very much.
Yeah.